I can't sleep. I've tried mouth sprays, foot sprays, pills, drops, masks, earplugs, and yes, even sex. I don't have footage of that, but just take my word for it. And after all of that, I am still waking up several times a week at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I can't go back to sleep. Someone help me, I'm going crazy. And that someone is Oura Ring, who is sponsoring this video, who connected me with one of the most talked about sleep doctors in the world, Dr. Michael Bruce, who, along with the data from my own Oura Ring, is gonna help me track, vet, and choose a bunch of sleep hacks to test to see if there are any clear solutions that can actually help all of us get to sleep and then stay asleep. For the last 3 years, I will wake up in the middle of the night several times a week and I can't go back to sleep. I only slept a few hours last night. It's like I can't function when I haven't slept. It's just the worst. I don't know about you, but I emotionally can't handle the normal stresses of life when I'm completely exhausted. I literally just had a meltdown in my car. But there's something about bathroom tile that freaking sucks. And that is so stupid of me to be crying about right now. I do not know why this is so upsetting to me. Yes, I was crying about picking out bathroom tile, and it was because I'd gotten no sleep the night before. So here's the plan. First, I collect sleep suggestions from all of you on Instagram. Then I'm gonna run those by Dr. Michael Bruce to see which ones are actually safe for me. Then I'm gonna order and implement all the hacks. To find out if they're actually successful, I'm gonna track my sleep using the Oura Ring sleep data, which, by the way, is one of the best and most accurate sleep data wearable devices you can find on the market. This thing is like wearing a state-of-the-art engineered sleep study wrapped around your finger. It tracks your quality of sleep, your heart rate, activity, and temperature, and gives you personalized insight that helps guide you in how to make better life decisions to guarantee a good night's sleep. I'm fangirling a little bit because I'm about to meet Dr. Michael Bruce. So I've compiled a list of all of your sleep hacks that you recommended on Instagram, and I'm gonna run all of them by Dr. Bruce to see if they're doctor approved. I wanted to start with what's the most perfect room temperature for sleep?
68 to 72. If you get much colder than about 68 degrees, like if you get into like the 65-degree range, you'll get so cold that you'll start to shiver and it won't let your body get into REM sleep.
Do lavender pillow sprays work?
Great question. There was a double-blind placebo-controlled study to show that lavender aromatherapy, lavender and a scent called ylang ylang, both of those can actually not only help you fall asleep more quickly, but give you higher quality sleep.
Wine has been prescribed as like a glass before bed, and I don't know if that is right.
That's a particularly stupid idea of having wine immediately before bed. More people use alcohol to fall asleep every night, and it's the worst possible thing that they could do. Alcohol almost destroys stages 3 and 4 sleep, which is your physical restoration. So what ends up happening is the closer to bedtime, the more damage that gets done. If you want to have an adult beverage, let's say with dinner, a couple of glasses of wine or a beer, have 1 glass of wine, 1 glass of water. Then wait another hour after that. So 2 drinks is 2 glasses of water and 3 hours before lights out, and you're good to go.
Someone recommended something very weird. They said, tape your mouth.
So mouth taping has become more popular to help people breathe through their nose. When your nose gets congested, your mouth drops open and you breathe through your mouth. Noses were made for breathing. Noses will warm the air and make it more moist, which makes it easier for your lungs to handle. People now do is they put a piece of tape across their mouth. Now I want to be clear about this, not horizontal across their mouth. It's not duct tape. It is called micro pore tape. It is, you would buy it in the first aid section. So mouth taping is not a terrible idea, but if you're gonna do it, make sure you've been screened for sleep apnea, because if you've got sleep apnea and you tape your mouth shut, you're gonna have a really big problem on your hands.
What about red light?
No data to support that for sleep.
What about bright light therapy in the morning?
Love it. I do it most mornings myself, especially if I wake up and it's still dark out, or if you wake up in another country, like let's say you're traveling, jet lag. Bright light therapy is something that we see a lot of times we use in the winter. Sometimes people get the winter blues, if you will, and this can be very, very helpful.
So after my chat with Dr. Bruce, I started putting my hack testing plan together. So for my very first hack, I'm going to be testing out a magnesium and vitamin D multi-mineral supplement. Dr. Bruce told me that if you're you're deficient in magnesium, vitamin D, iron, or melatonin, that supplementing those could actually help you fall asleep and sleep really well. I recently did blood work and I know that I am low on both vitamin D and magnesium, so I decided to try this supplement. Definitely ask your doctor before you take supplements generally, but this one had a lot of great reviews, so I thought I'd give it a try. So I'm gonna give myself 1 to 2 tablespoons. Oh, I don't like that. Almost smells like rum. Has like a medicinal flair to it. Wish it wasn't so thick. I don't like my mineral juice thick. I don't like that. Okay, so I didn't love the taste of that one, but I did love how quickly I went to sleep after taking it. And before I knew it, it was the next day. Didn't wake up in the middle of the night. And you can tell I looked and felt like a new woman. I feel so rested. I do think that magnesium juice, I don't know what to call it, was so good. I don't feel groggy. I don't feel like I took melatonin or drugged up or anything. I just kind of feel like I slept really hard. So I'm gonna continue taking it to see over time if it is as great as I think it is. But I feel great today. I slept really well. So far, 10 out of 10 for that one. Like, what's that saying? Yeah. Sex is good, but have you had a really good night's sleep? I don't know if that's the saying exactly, but. So the next hack on my list was the supplement L-theanine, which is a supplement that a lot of you guys swear by.
So L-theanine isn't something that you would be deficient in. However, it is something that historically has been in green tea, and it helps people with focus and clarity. There is actually some data to suggest that the use of L-theanine can actually be helpful in the evening time for sleep.
Tonight, I'm trying L-theanine Alpha Water Liquid Drops. For adults 14 and years, which is, I guess I would be in that category, 14 years and up to 60 drops. 60. Shake it and then count to 60. How will I know? But it tastes good. It kind of tastes like an orange candy. I lost count. Crap. I can't count. Can you count for me? You stop feeling it.
You should visually just lift it up a little higher so you can see the drops fall down.
How can I lift it up?
I'd say that's the sanest I've ever seen you look.
It tastes like the aftertaste of a Starburst, which is not a bad thing. I hope I just didn't overdose. I'll check back in later and let you know if I'm still alive after all of this drops. I took the L-theanine last night. Unfortunately, I had an 800 number talking about a peanut butter recall that woke me up at like 5:45 this morning. And I did go to bed really late last night, so I only got like 6 hours of sleep. So I'm very tired, but I don't think it's L-theanine's fault. Don't come for L-theanine. This is why I love Oura. I actually could tell what kind of quality sleep I got. So while I only got 6 hours of sleep, the sleep efficiency was 91%. And I got a sleep score of 80, which is actually pretty good. The reason why this matters is because I was planning on driving out to the desert, which is a 2.5 hour one-way trip today. So 5 hours on the road total. And usually if I don't get any sleep, I don't like taking that drive. Honestly, I feel like it's dangerous for me to be on the road when I haven't slept well. So I always kind of like to gauge if I'm gonna be mentally fit to operate a motorized vehicle. Even though I didn't get a lot of sleep that night, I do think that L-theanine was a big win for me. I didn't sleep as hard, as deeply as I do with the magnesium supplement, but it did help me relax really quickly, get to sleep quickly, and I stayed asleep all night. All right, let's do something weird, shall we? Who wants to tape their mouth shut tonight? I know it sounds like a very kinky nighttime activity, but it's actually a sleep hack. So I was instructed to buy medical tape for this because you don't want to put anything that is abrasive or tape that's not designed to be on your skin. So once I put this on, I'm not going to be able to talk to you. Enjoy this B-roll, and I'll see you in the morning. Freedom. Now I have like sticky residue on my lips. I did not like this. I feel like I kept just waking up being like, what's on my mouth? I don't like that. I just updated my Oura Ring app because I actually want to see if my sleep was as bad as I think it was. Good news is I got a 91 on my sleep. So it must have not woken me up out of all the good sleep that I needed last night. I don't know if that particular hack is gonna work for somebody like me. I'm not a mouth breather and I'm also claustrophobic. So I don't think that's the right hack for me. So next up was the aromatherapy hack. I was skeptical. I don't always believe that essential oils can cure every single disease in the world. I know it's crazy. So I ordered a really great essential oil diffuser and this really highly rated sleep drop combo that had both lavender and ylang ylang in it. But I did not go into this night thinking that this was actually gonna help me sleep. So last night I ended up trying the essential oil aromatherapy sleep hack. I feel like this particular blend was really interesting. It doesn't smell good. It kind of smells earthy and a little potent. It's a little strong, but I will say I relaxed. Also the red light, the sound of the like steam coming out of the top, all of it together kind of made like the perfect little cocoon of sleep, if you will. As you can see in the Oura Ring, I actually had a pretty good sleep score, but it's not my best sleep score. I think this is really good to help you fall asleep. I do think I'm gonna continue to use it all the time because I just think it's very relaxing. Like I actually can tell that it made me more relaxed. So if you have trouble falling asleep, I would say this is probably like a 9 out of 10. If you're someone like me who has trouble staying asleep, I would maybe rate this like a 4 out of 10. So light therapy was my last hack to test. I purchased this light online that is specifically designed for light therapy, and the goal is to sit and kind of soak in the light within the first hour of your day to kind of kickstart and reset your circadian rhythm. Doing this right when you wake up allows you to be able to fall asleep earlier and more easily once nighttime rolls around. Okay, so good morning. That was definitely a shock to my system, turning that light on in my face. I just woke up. I'm trying the bright light therapy, which Dr. Bruce recommended. I bought this pretty cheaply online. It has lots of different settings, like I can make it dimmer if I want. Well, that's probably a little too dim. So I'm gonna sit here for about 30 minutes and really soak in the light because it takes about 20 to 30 minutes for this to really work and completely wake you up. You're supposed to keep this about a foot or more away from your face. What I like about this one is it does have a stand on it. So I'm going to sit here and scroll Instagram. You should go follow me if you haven't already and awaken my hormones. Well, I'm happy to report that around my bedtime that night, actually before my bedtime, I was exhausted. It's 9:22. Never been sleepier. Cannot wait to go to bed. I feel like an elderly grandmother.
I'm tired.
You weren't in this experiment though. So. I do think this is one of those things that I need to test over the course of a couple of weeks in order to really give you my full opinion. But I slept really well and I only used the light. Maybe magic does exist. So I did want to share a few more tips that Dr. Bruce gave me that weren't really testable hacks, but they were kind of rules that I followed during this experiment. First, I wasn't allowed to drink too much alcohol too close to bedtime. I couldn't drink coffee after 2 p.m. And if I woke up during the night, I wasn't allowed to check the time because once your brain sees the time, it starts to process and think. And when your brain starts working, your heart rate increases and you can't fall asleep if your heart rate is like above 60 beats per minute. I also couldn't eat a big meal about 3 hours before bedtime, but I could eat a 250 calorie snack with 70% carbs about an hour before bedtime because carbs make you sleepy. I also woke up at the same time every single day. Dr. Bruce actually told me that of all the sleep tips he recommends, this one is the most important one to keep in your routine, waking up at the exact same time every day. And I also set the temperature at 70 degrees cool to make sure I had that optimal temperature for sleep. Also, having Oura at my fingertips was a game changer for this. I can't recommend it more if you're someone who's always been curious about what happens to you when you sleep, how well you're sleeping, and if you want more data to kind of nail down your optimal sleep needs. The tracking of their advanced sensors is so accurate. It can let you know when you're about to start your menstrual cycle. It can alert you when your body is going through too much stress, and it can also alert you that you might be getting sick before you even know it yourself. They've invested in clinical research in order to make this the most accurate smart ring on the market, and it really is so sleek to wear also. They have several different colors for you to choose from, and one of my favorite parts is that the battery life is up to 5 to 7 days, which is so convenient and makes it so you you almost never have to take it off. The ring comes with a 6-month free membership, so click my link below to try it out for yourself. This is your sign to start prioritizing your sleep today. Your sanity is waiting on the other side of this. Do yourself and your health a favor and invest in something that can truly help you change your life one night's sleep at a time. So my link is right down in the description below. You guys know what to do. Go click it, check it out. Thank you so much to Oura for just existing and for the Oura team who have been amazing partners in helping me make this video. If there are any other sleep hacks that work for you that you might want me to test, let me know in the comments below. Sweet dreams.